Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Um, Today, let's make some library pockets. We're going to make a taller one and a shorter one. Um, so this is what they'll look like when they're done. Let's get started. What I've done is I have cut two pieces out of a corresponding page. I've got plain cardstock. My tall ones are 8.5 tall by 4.5 wide. So 4.5 wide by 8.5 tall. I had to do it a little bit quicker today because StreamYard would not let me record a video last night. So I've got all my papers ready. The smaller ones are 4.5 wide, same width, and they are 6 inches tall. So 4.5 by 6, 4.5 by 8.5. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out. Let's make, it's going to be the same process for both sizes. Let's make the taller one. And what we're going to do is we're going to score our sides. And so what we'll do is we're going to score each side. Well, first we're going to score our front pocket. We want this lower pocket, and so we're going to do 2.5. Let me get my scoring tool. So we're going to do 2.5 and just score a line down there. Now we're going to turn it and we're going to do a 1/2 inch score on each side, going the lengthways. So what I've got is I've got a score at the 2.5 inch mark, and then I've scored a 1/2 inch on each side. Now we are going to cut the long pieces of the score marks on each side. And we're going to angle these bottom ones. And then I like to cut, just like I did before, on the inside of that score mark. Right down to our little notch there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to cut right inside of that score mark. And I'll ink it and show you on one of the patterned papers. It'll be a little bit easier to see with some ink on there. But that's what we're left with. We have the long piece, and then we've got the bottom piece with those angled edges on them. And I'm going to angle the bottom edges to go in the same direction. And what that does is when you fold that over, that's going to ensure that nothing's sticking out from the back. So now we'll take our corner rounder. We're going to take that large punch, and we're going to get that corner, We're going to fold it up just like that. Use our bone folder. We're folding at that 2.5 inch score line. And then these ones we're going to fold back. Just like that. And now we've got a library pocket. I'm going to glue these in the back. This is a little bit heavier paper, so it's going to take a little bit of holding to get it to stick. But we've got that And that's what I love about art glitter glue, is that it sticks fast. Now we've got our library pocket. And we can take a library card or a journal card and just stick it down inside there. You can glue this the whole way on the back of your paper, or you can glue it just around the three sides and have another pocket in behind it. So there's that. Let's make one of the small ones now. The small is going to be the same thing. We're going to score it at 2.5, 2.5, and then 1/2 inch on each side. 1/2 inch on each side. We're going to cut out the longer sections up there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go right inside that score line because I like this to be just a hair smaller than the bottom. You could use your paper cutter for this. You could use a knife and scissor or knife and ruler. This, it's just as easy for me to just, I don't mess up the lines too bad on it. Okay. There we go. We're going to fold that up. Fold these back. And now we've got the shorter pocket. I'll put some glue on there. This cardstock, like I said, is a little bit heavier, so I have to kind of hold it just a little bit to get it until it's dried. But there we go. Now we've got the smaller pocket. So let's go through and we'll make some of these in the colored cards, in the patterned cardstock. And we'll just go through. These are on a lightweight cardstock. I think it's 65 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through and I'm going to do all of my scoring at once. I will ink them so that you can see the fold lines a little bit better. And we'll just make these real quick. That doesn't take long at all. Two and a half. Half. And half. And when it's directional, you do want to make sure that that 2.5 inch score is towards the bottom of the page. See how this is directional? That's going to be important. So I'm going to do half, flip it around, and do half on the other side. Two and a half. When you get that muscle memory going for mask making, it makes it so much quicker because you're doing the same things over and over again. And I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it 100 times more probably. I love mask making because I love having a stockpile of items to choose from when I'm making a journal. And it just makes it that much easier. You can make your cover, you can make your signature, you can put it together. You can grab from your pile of pre-made ephemera, and then you don't have to spend all your time making ephemera. You can make just enough to fill in what you don't have. Okay, so let's do some inking. Okay, so here's where I've inked this one. This is a medieval mirage print. It is from Fresco Fragments, I believe it's called. But we're going to take and we're going to get rid of these long pieces on the side. And I'm going to angle my corners. Angle my corners. And I'm going to go right down inside of that ink line. Same thing on this side, right down inside of that ink line. Okay, or fold that up. I do have, this is printed out. I have it printed out on double-sided so that I have a back design. Fold this over. Put some glue down. There we go. There's that one. So I'm going to go through it. I'm going to make them now. And let me know in the comments if you're going to make these. Have you ever made them before? And do you make them the same way that I do? Everybody makes them a little bit different, I'm sure. This is not the only way to make library pockets. This is just the way that I know how to make library pockets. You know, they say in our junk journal world that there's only so many ways to fold a piece of paper, and that's why so many people make the same things as other people. But I have learned not only is there so many ways to fold a piece of paper, but there's also many ways to fold that piece of paper in that way. So just because one person does it one way and another person does it another way doesn't make either one of them right or wrong. As long as you get to your desired outcome, that's the most important thing. And if you're happy with it, then that's the most important thing. So there's no, I don't think there's really any right or wrong way. It is all a matter of, you know, I need to ink these because this one's a little bit hard to see without some ink on those lines. Well, there we go. There we go. That makes it easier. If you know a different way of making these or a different style, do share, because I love to learn different techniques too. And I think we all do. I mean, I learn something new every single day. Every single day, I learn something new. And just about the time I think I know what I'm doing, then I learn something new. And I learn a whole new technique. So I do love junk journaling. I love creating to begin with. I'm a creator. I guess I got into junk journaling about going on 3 years ago. I had never really been interested in paper folding or products. And then I had always done like wood crafts and painting and stuff like that. Well, then I saw a video, I think it was Natasha from Treasure Books, and she was making a folio, and I thought, well, I'll try that. I was sold. That was all it took. And I have been on paper crafts ever since. My poor little wood tools just sit over there aching for someone to use them. I look at them and I think, oh, they're so wonderful. And then I'll cut another piece of paper. So I'll get back to my wood crafts. I just am still stuck on paper crafting for now. I'll get back to it. You can also put notches down in the pockets if you choose to, just like we do for pockets. That's essentially what this is just another form of a pocket on a page. Let's do that on this one. I'm going to ink these so that we can see the center. And what we'll do is we'll just take a little punch. This is my little 1-inch punch. You can take any size. Just center that in the middle, and we'll give it a little notch. Give that some ink. There. Okay, we've got them all inked where we need to ink them right now anyways. We can go through and fold them. Oh, we'll need some ink. Needs a little bit more ink. There we go. And we'll fold them. Now we'll glue. We'll put our final ink on when we're done. So I'm going to try and get over here tonight after I get done working and make some more videos. And we'll see if platform agrees with that. Last night it kept saying that there was higher than normal traffic, and they were trying to fix it and to check back in 30 to 60 seconds. And I checked back in 30 to 60 seconds for a couple of hours and never could get on there to make the video. So I'm hoping it works out tonight. So what did I do with my time instead? I watched Patty Lang's sale. And man, let me tell you, she had some good stuff last night. She had, I went to bed before her sale was over, so I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I'll be rewatching it today, but oh man, did she have some good stuff last night. Very, very good stuff. And I even got some stuff that you might see again before it's all done and over with. Okay, so let's go through. We'll give everything a final ink, make sure we have it how we want it. You can decorate the pockets if you like. I specifically printed front and back papers that I wanted to go together. And just like I've said before, if you get a paper that you are happy with the print on, you can decorate it by all means. And we may before it's all done and over with. Like I said, we're going to do some videos where we take some of the stuff out of our box, and we're going to just do decorating. That seems to take a little while longer, so I like to get these videos done quicker, and then we have the opportunity to sit and decorate some together. So there's our pocket, and in 19 minutes we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've made 6, and I had 2 already made, these 2. So this is what we've made in our time together today. I hope that y'all have a great day. Let me know if you're going to make it. Hit the like button if you like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I'd love to have you as part of our YouTube family. And don't forget, we're going to do our first sale on this page on August 29th, Deb and I. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.